his teens, which was on New Year's Day down in Tassie.
Checks out. Yudai Bubba comes in. Really nice start to the game.
11 points in 6 minutes of action.
It's one of the boxes that Melbourne United really would have liked to got ticked in this game is let's get Caleb starting to feel good again.
Like, it's that time of the year. You know, you're import. You haven't been playing well for the last month. What you want to do is use the last game to get that momentum and change, you know, your form. So far, so good. In 6 minutes of action, 11 points. Can't ask for a better start than that.
McIntosh posting up here and Steindl into the game for Tasmania. Nothing on offer for McIntosh. Feeds the ball outside. This time the three off the mark. Chris Levick with his first three ball. So it's dried up for them from deep. 8 of their 13 have been from the land of plenty. As Melbourne also come up empty. Now Steindl. Well, they left the Kiwi open to him. And a veteran play, but can't finish it. Here's Newley. Now Brewster with him as well. So Porty's out there. Golden, the only starter on the floor here for Melbourne as we move inside the last 3 minutes of this opening quarter. Newley is off the mark. 1 of 5 from long range, Melbourne. 4 of 11 overall. Nice move. Jet didn't want to go on with it. Feeds Steindl in the corner. That's off the mark as well. So it's now 3 of 9 from long range. As Newley muscles his way, it's a charging foul.
Great defense. Puts his body on the line, beats him to the spot, and he takes it. But to be honest, as you can see, replay, defense by Majet. Tasmania JackJumpers are getting wide open looks. Melbourne need to be careful because McVeigh coming off a really good game, especially from downtown against the Phoenix. He's missed 2 wide open looks. Clint Steindl missed a wide open look in the corner, so they hit a couple of those. That's the difference.
The Jet, 3 ball off the mark. He's the only starter on the floor for Tasmania at the moment. None of 2 from long range.
Encourages guys. Let's look at some high percentage plays closer to the bucket.
Shea works his way back up the floor, guarded by Weeks. So not one starter on the floor here for Tasmania. We'll have it 2 minutes out from quarter time. Porty with the hook shot comes up with his first score in the game. And they've scored the last 10 points here, Melbourne, to be back on level terms. McIntosh against Newley. Baseline. Porty with a help D. Rushing to the hoop. Finishing touches from Bairstow.
Great movement without the ball by Bairstow. Porty loses sight. Going to help. Gets an easy 2.
Inside Porty. Height advantage on Bairstow. Couldn't finish it this time. McIntosh will bring Tassie back up the floor. Inside the last 2 minutes. An entertaining opening quarter from My State Bank Arena in Hobart. McIntosh working on Bubba. Nothing on offer. McDaniel, Weeks, bounced into Bubba. He's going to be called for the foul. It's only the second team foul on Melbourne.
Good ball movement. And the JackJumpers, good read from McIntosh down low, saw the double team coming. Somewhat he's open, kick, they draw the foul.
Shot clock rolls to single numbers for Weeks in traffic, reaching in. Illy took it away from him. It's away pass. Newley bounces into Weeks, helps himself to his first points of the game.
They're going to play some tough defense. You turn that ball over, they are pushing it down your throat. Brad Newley, mismatch, easy bucket.
McIntosh came with the penetration. Weeks from outside can't convert. Agarda did well there against McDaniel. Brings it back for his team and wants to go coast to coast. Takes them on, gets it done. Chance at a 3-point play.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. In this quarter, that man got his swagger back. I don't care what happened in the last month. That is in his rearview mirror. Great push. Nobody stops the ball. Takes the hit and finishes.
He's the one guy in this early going for Melbourne United who looks like this game really means something. You can see that in the eye and the play and the energy of all the JackJumpers. Of course, their season on the line, but Agarda That one guy for Melbourne United playing at that super high level.
14 points in just under 8 minutes of action.
15-2 is the run in the last 6 minutes in favour of Melbourne. After Tassie burst out of the blocks. Weeks to McDaniel. Skip past. Steindl got a good look. Caught it deep. Now 3 of 12 from long range. Nearly came forward. The fans thought he may have travelled. Shot clock going to be 15 seconds inside the game clock here as Barber against McDaniel. Watches it roll down now. We get to 5 on the shot clock. Barber, penetration, pass picked off. Offensive foul going to be called on Yudai Barber as well. His second personal.
Easy call, kids. Do not jump in the air and make a pass. Especially in when the paint is clogged up. That was an easy call.
Jack Jumpers will look for the last shot of the opening quarter here. They've led at quarter time in both previous games against Melbourne. They're doing it at the moment with their bench players out there. McIntosh negotiates his path across the halfway line against Newley. Shot clock, game clock. Rolls to 5 and reaching in. McIntosh is fouled by Shea Illy.
McIntosh should be real comfortable playing against Melbourne United. He had one of his better games. It actually started that streak he had. Within that period, they started winning a lot of games. He played very well, so he's going to have a big one.
Had 16 points in that round 10 clash here in Melbourne. 72% from the free throw line this season. There's Will Magnay, who re-signed this week. Great news for Tassie, that not only the season they've had, but what lies ahead for them as well in terms of their future. And all their Australian content re-signed, only the imports to add. So here's Shea Illy, dangerous in this situation. McIntosh reached in, slapped the ball away, and the first quarter concludes with a moment. Obviously after the event, but it's all happening at MyState Bank Arena, and Melbourne United have a 2-point edge. Quarter time, Melbourne 20, Tasmania 18 here on the Hungry Jacks NBL. But this finish from Clint Steindl from inside the defensive 3-point line, nothing but the bottom of the net. Stay with us. What a game indeed. What a season it's been.
You mentioned that strong finish from Melbourne United, Case. 15-3. The run for Melbourne to finish the quarter, and a lot of that Caleb Agata, his season's best scoring quarter of the season with 14 points.
Well, Tassie were out 15-5. Melbourne finished 15-3. Weeks well shot with that, well short with that. .35% from the field at the moment, the Jack Jumpers, and 3 of 12 from deep. Still have taken more 3s than 2s. Foul off the ball going to be called here on Bairstow.
While we're at it, Case, might be worth throwing a shout out to all the Wildcats fans watching on nervously out west. Not often, Melbourne's been one of their main rivals over the recent times, Melbourne United, but they're cheering hard for them tonight.
You think? Through gritted teeth, maybe. Inside Luala Chul, surrounded, but still comes up with the goods. His first score in the game.
They did a good job taking that away in the first quarter, Tassie. That's what we flagged in the pre-game. Those kind of actions, you can get through that pressure on the perimeter. There's buckets to be found at the rim.
Daniel, heat in the paint, nothing on offer, wants help. Retreats to Weeks, shot clock to 3. He fires from deep. Couldn't get it to go, and Peatling the rebound.
Okay, for me,
here's Barber rushing down there, but it's going to be waved away.
With your offense completely non-existent, when do you go back to your backcourt that was having your offense click open?
Well, I'm presuming that Josh Adams picked up those 2 fouls and they're trying to protect him. They don't want him not available as much as they're going to need in the second half. But you're right, Corey, it leaves a big hole. He's not the only player for Tassie that has knocked down a 3. He was 3 of 3 from the long range, and since then they're 0 and 10 when he had to sit down with those 2 fouls.
The thing is, there's no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow.
There's no tomorrow. You're going to need him to come back out and play without fouling. As you say, they're having all kinds of trouble now. Here's the foul.
They've called the foul on McIntosh there for the push on Luala-Chul.
They're reviewing that for the upgrade.
Otherwise, the next one a double drag. Double drag.
Yeah, Dean Vickerman, he's got a case there. Was there a need for the whistle? It's denied them 2 points, but they still have their highest, or the biggest lead of the game. 4-point edge. Illy skip pass into the corner, but the big man Peatling is off the mark. So the woes continue from deep. 1 of 6. So a combined 4 of 19. And the poor pass there from McDaniel, almost stolen away by Yudai Baba.
The other guy we haven't seen a lot of so far is Jack McVeigh. He spent 6 minutes out there on the floor, but 0 of 3 from the field. Coming off 26-point performance? Career high against Southeast Melbourne last week.
Stagnant offense again for the JackJumpers. Who's going to be able to crack this drought? McDaniel, nothing on offer for him. Goes to Krislovic baseline. That's off the mark as well. And Kyle McIntosh, the offensive rebound, and McDaniel from close range comes up with his first score. Only 2 buckets in the last 8 minutes, bracketed across quarter time for the JackJumpers. So they're going to have to stand up at the defensive end. Shot clock to single numbers. Luala-Chul with a height advantage on Krislovic. Fires over the top. Couldn't finish. Baba, the offensive rebound to keep it alive. And Luala-Chul goes back to work, helps himself to 2 more.
You know what? He's working extremely hard to score. They're doing a really good job, to be honest with you. They're pushing him a little further off the block where he has to do a lot of work, and that double's coming. So he's taking a lot of shots with a lot of pressure around him, and it's uncomfortable for him. And that's the only thing you really can do, make it hard for him, and they're doing that. That play right there, he was just too strong. He got it right where he wanted to get to, directly under the basket, and that man right there needs to get on the court. You just said it. He came off 26.
Had 17 against Melbourne the last time they played as well, round 10, but the rebounding is a problem for them at the moment as well. There's McDaniel growing in confidence, but can't knock down the shot. And Tassie again to get it back here.
It's a good hustle by Tassie, giving themselves extra possessions on the offensive end. That man on screen right there with 2 fouls. He needs to get back on the court. No tomorrow, Liam.
McIntosh top of the key against Peatling, spinning to the right hand, forced into a tough shot. He's good enough to make his first field goal of the game.
Nice take.
Yudai Baba quickly up the floor. It's Hook Porting down low against Krislovic, undersized with his hands full. Double team arrives. Well done, Steindl, but they get it to Elliott. The floater wouldn't fit. Majet against Hook Porting and a mismatch. Now kicks to McDaniel, who lines up the 3-ball. It's off the mark. Baba, look away pass. Hook Porty off from close range. Couldn't get it done. Melbourne wanted a foul call. Krislovic bit off more than he could chew, but recovered it nicely. Now a wrestle for the ball on the deck.
Going a little bit.
Such a barometer, isn't he? How he goes is how Melbourne goes a lot of the time. You can make tough shots. You can break your game open in the blink of an eye. Shot clock to single numbers here as Golding looks for the penetration, finds Shea Illy ready to go, and he knocks down the 3 ball, his first triple of the game.
And that's why Shea Illy is so tough, because a couple of years ago, he wasn't able to knock that 3 ball down. You add that into your arsenal, makes it just so much tougher.
McDaniel dances into the paint against his former team and knocks down another, so he's coming to the party now.
Nice mid-range hit by McDaniel, another teammate of JackJumpers that's able to score buckets when they desperately need it.
Barber decides to fire from the same spot. It's off the mark. Jack McVeigh back on the floor, but still no Josh Adams with those 2 fouls after knocking down 3 triples in the opening quarter.
He's at the score table, Case. He and Kenyon ready to check in.
Majette, McVeigh working on Barber. Penetration. Majette gets a good look from outside, but he's deep with the 3. McVeigh the offensive rebound. Illy snatched it away and went the pound pass to Peatling, who introduces himself to the front row.
Tasmania JackJumpers 3 of 15, 20% from the 3, and they're getting really good looks. But the man that started off hitting his first 3 threes is back in the game with those 2 fouls. And again, to be down only 3 points, they'd be happy with that any day of the week.
So he's got 5 and a bit minutes left until halftime to stay out of trouble, so to speak. They need some points production from him. Melbourne has scored 7 since quarter time. Tassie 6. Majette couldn't finish it. Moala Chul grabs the rebound. His 3rd in that category. Mainly Majette with 4 has more. Kenyon picks up the power.
I'll tell you, one guy we haven't seen for a while is Caleb Agata. Oh, here he is coming back in.
The hot man.
I tell you, 14 first quarter points. He's been cooling his jets in this second term.
So aggressive. He started the game with a 3 ball. Set the tone. Here's Newley working against McVeigh and others. Couldn't finish. Josh Adams with the ball now for the JackJumpers. Less than 5 minutes out from halftime. They're down 3 after enjoying a double-figure lead in the opening quarter. Kenyon for Majette. Shot clock to 9. Nagata's right out there with Majette. 3 on the shot clock. It opens up for Chris Levesque to throw down the dunk. Nice play from the JackJumpers.
And with Majette's ability to shoot the 3 coming off that screen, JLA has to step out, which allowed the big fella to dive. Majette's gonna find you. Dunk. Simple basketball. JLA has to step up because you know he can hit it. Nice dive. Chris Levesque. Nice bucket.
And lackadaisical effort, Corey, at the back end of that defense in terms of the rotations and the help. But Wildcats and their fans won't be enjoying any of that.
They sure won't.
They get their chance to win, no matter what happens here. Here's Golding, forced into a tough one. Kenyon all over him. Agata tried to finish it in midair, unable to do so. Chance for the JackJumpers to retake the lead here. They get it to McIntosh, and they're back in front.
Great pass by Majette. Saw JLA coming to swat it. Finds McIntosh for an easy 2.
Here's Agata down low. Too hard off the window. Lualachul had it. Kenyon slapped it away. And now Agata's got it back once more. Outside. Yudai Barber fires. It's off the front of the rim. He's now none of 2 from deep.
You could just hear the frustration. Dean Vickerman telling his teammates, telling his players to share the ball. Either way, Tasmania up 1.
Josh Majette. 4 assists to lead that category in the game. Melbourne has 3 assists as a team. So got 4 boards, just the 2 points. It's McIntosh firing unsuccessfully. Newley looking for support, nothing on offer. Picks up the dribble. Lob pass to Lualachul from close range. Makes it look easy.
pass over the top of the defense. JLA finishes easy. They've made it difficult for him so far in this first half.
Shot clock works to 10 here for the JackJumpers. Majet, he picks up the dribble. Kenyon takes them on, feeds McCauley-McIntosh, firing and knocking down the three.
And that's been a difference in the game. They're 4 of 17 from downtown, and they've gotten really good looks. They knock that down, they'll have a chance to open this game up.
We'll have it 2 minutes out from halftime. Tassie back on top by 2 after Melbourne led by as many as 5 earlier in this quarter. It's a Garter from deep. He's after his own shot.
Bodies at him and contact at him throughout the night. In transition, you see Steindl sees him running that middle lane, lays a body on him, and referee right on the spot.
Fair enough, bro. You got to do something. A man that finished his last game against you 25 and 21.
21 boards.
You got to do something.
Only player to have 20-plus boards this season. Next best, Yanni Wetzel had 19. Vic Law, Cam Bairstow, 18 apiece.
He's had his way with Tassie. And they have made life as tough as they possibly can for him in this first half. Not allowing them to catch the ball so close in the paint and just go one-on-one. When he starts going, they're sending that double. But he is a talented individual. 10 points. He's got 4 rebounds.
10 of the 17 points Melbourne have scored in this quarter. So he was scoreless in the opening quarter. One stage, Tassie led it 15-5 in that first term. But Wala Chul has been much better in this second stanza. So they're up 4. McIntosh takes him on. High arc on the shot, couldn't complete it. Wala Chul snatches the rebound. That is all for the first half.
Finals. I'm going down there.
14th straight sellout.
Yep.
And with everything on the line, they're making a whole bunch of noise.
He's up to 17 points. 6 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3.
15-5 to start this quarter. They started the first quarter in the same vein, 15-5, and the pass from Melbourne. Well, denied Golding again. Some confusion about who's going to get possession here. But there's a big chance here for Tassie. They've got the momentum. Up 6, Golding firing off the mark. Well done, McVeigh, to hold off Newley and grab the rebound.
And you're absolutely right, Case. It's a huge opportunity right now to extend the lead.
Adams guarded by Barber now. Shot clock rolls to single numbers. Lob pass inside. McIntosh rejected by Barber from behind. Great defensive play.
Fantastic defensive play, because that would have just extended the lead, giving them an easy layup.
The hook Porty in a mismatch here against Adams, so McVeigh comes across for the help. Hilly went down on the play as well. Here's Kenyon, challenged by Golding. He gets it done, his first score in the game. And Tassie open up the lead a little further, out to 8.
Big Tassie energy in the building as they extend their lead. Turnover, Kenyon pounces on it. Fends off with that left arm. Finishes at the rim, and as you say, up 8 now. What a massive turnaround. Down 4 at the half. They have come out in lockdown mode defensively. Turn this thing on its head.
17 points to 5 since halftime has Tasmania on top. They try and keep the finals dream there. Illy, bump, taking the shot. He's off to the free throw line once more. McIntosh in the vicinity, may have his second.
I mean, between Josh Adams and Jack McVeigh on the offensive end and the whole team on the defensive end, this has just been a great third quarter for the JackJumpers.
The thing is, I mean, they with how they've played this year, the JackJumpers, they should win this game.
Yep.
No Matthew Dellavedova, no Jack White. Yeah, Dion Brewster's out there early in the first quarter. Zach Triplett's coming out here in key moment here in the third. Melbourne are playing around with this game. So if you're the JackJumpers with everything on the line, that's why we called that first half an opportunity missed.
Yep.
Because they just weren't able to put the points on the board and gain control of the game. But they've done it here in this third quarter.
And honestly, if you're Melbourne United and Dean Vickerman, this is where you sit your vets down. You don't need to win this game. Plus, I don't need you in there for the whole game and you mess around and get injured for a meaningless game for Melbourne United.
Didn't you say you'd rather play Perth?
I'm just saying, if it's looking like this right now, all I got to do is win at home against whoever I play in the first round. But if it's a close game like this, I'm sitting my vets down. You got it. You want it that bad, you got it.
Adams, throw down dunk.
And they want it that bad.
Melbourne playing their bench at the moment. Not one starter to be seen. And Tassie on top by 8 inside 3 minutes to play in the third. Newley looks like an offensive foul and is.
A lot of times you see teams having opportunity and unable to recognize it and grab it. This team in the green recognizes it and is grabbing it at both ends. Great backdoor and finish by Adams, who is rolling.
Well, that's been a signature play for the JackJumpers all season long. The back cut out of the corner from Adams, and Majette puts it right on the spot.
That's the experience of Majette as well.
Yeah, man, that backcourt is, when they're rolling, they're as good as any backcourt in this league.
Majette, pocket pass. McIntosh rushes it. Hook Porty comes up with a finish. Add another 2, and the margin out the double figures again.
And when that third import slot, this guy, his season has been a roller coaster, up and down. Didn't know what he was going to get. Unable to adjust to the fouls and the refs. But now, he's adjusted at the right time, and it's paying dividends. 5 of 8, 5 of 9 from the field, 12 points.
Lala Chul checks back in. Just 2 points since halftime for him. Dion Brewster with the ball carrying duties for Melbourne. No Dellavedova. Illy sitting down. Back in hand from McIntosh. Deflected it away from Hook Porty, and now Adams with a chance. Uses McVeigh and now Majette. They are feeling it at the moment, the JackJumpers. Here's McIntosh. Off the mark. Lala Chul the rebound. Number 6 for him in that category.
Well, Chul being guarded by Jack McVeigh, who's undersized even at the 4 spot. And he's standing out there on the 3-point line.
Barber off the mark. Hasn't been his night. None of 3 from the field.
I'm going to be honest with you. When the game has been a difficult game for him, they've made it difficult for him. It's not like he's in a groove where he's like, all right, this guy's little, I'm going right inside. He knows when he goes inside, what's going to happen. They're going to double him. I wouldn't want to go in there either. I'm not going in there. All I'm going to do is get double and have to pass the ball out. Meaningless for him.
To an open shooter. That's what Jock Landale did all season long.
3 of 16. Talk to me. Who's hitting what? Your open shooter. What he got? Donut.
What's he doing out there if he's not in the block?
He got a donut. You just said earlier his best work is when he's facing up on the perimeter. So why would he go inside for? He's getting nothing out of it.
Well, right now with that matchup, that's where his bread really should be getting buttered.
There's no matchup out there for him one-on-one on the block. All he does is gets doubled. So why would I go back in there if I know they're just going to double me? My shooters ain't hitting. What I'm going in there for?
Well, Scott Roth has rung a little bit of a change. McVeigh comes out. Krislovic comes in, a slightly bigger, slightly stronger body to go up against Joe Lala Chul.
And some grim faces on the Melbourne bench at the moment because Tasmania have opened up a game-high 13-point lead here inside the last 90 seconds of the third.
It is such a tough... It's a tall order to go against a team that's starving and you're not.
Yep, I hear you.
For the last... Tough shot. For the last game, it's so hard.
Here's Majette from deep on the floor, fills it up. Tassie going riot here at the moment. They've scored 10 unanswered points. They lead by 16, and the fans believe. Look at the hustle. Well done, McDaniel. McDaniel, he can throw it down. That's 12 unanswered points, and the finals beckon for the Tassie JackJumpers.
Oh, it's a basketball party in Hobart right now. They can smell it.
29-7 in the third quarter.
Unbelievable third. It's falling apart here for Melbourne. Wrestling down low. Peatling and Steindl. But look at this clinic here from the Tassie JackJumpers.
And if you are in the state of Tasmania or a fan of the JackJumpers, it is a party. But if you are out west, oh man, pressure is really on.
Hard watch.
Oh, hard watch.
Watch the back screen.
Baseline. They finally get an answer from long range. McIntosh taking one high as well. Yudai Barber knocks down his first points of the game. Shot clock, game clock, almost in unison here. As Tasmania look for the last play. They've had all the answers in this third quarter. They were down 4 at half-time. They have turned it on, restricted to Melbourne to just 9 points so far. And McIntosh thought it was deflected out of court, and he's not getting any love from the referee. Here's Barber, half court, releases Triplett, who fires under pressure, couldn't get it done, and the
Tate Jr. tonight, he had 10 points at half, in the second quarter, and finished with 12. Did a great job defensively on him. JackJumpers woke up, start hitting from the land of plenty.
Here's Agata once more, this time unsuccessfully, and Jack gets after the rebound. His stat line, looking very impressive. 14 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. For Josh Magette, he has been a great find for Tasmania in their debut season. McVeigh goes to the left hand, can't finish it, and Agata comes up with a loose ball. Peatling looks for support. Triplett is there providing it. Tough shot. He's fouled. Free throws to come for Triplett.
Casey, your memory will be better than mine on this, but I'm watching this play out. Shades of 2016, I think it was, here for Melbourne United. That final round, that they've finished regular season champs. They have it all locked in. Final round of the regular season, they play New Zealand, I think, back-to-back games. They don't send a couple of guys to New Zealand. Kickett, Golding, none of these guys go over. New Zealand actually play their way into the finals in that final round and then wiped Melbourne United out in straight sets in the first round of the play.
Swept them out.
If Melbourne aren't careful, it's not easy to turn it on and off. And they've come out here with a lack of intensity in this game. They may face this JackJumpers team in the first round of the playoffs.
Knowing that the last time they hosted the JackJumpers, it was a rout for Tasmania on that occasion as well. Less than 4 minutes to play. Magette picks up the dribble. McDaniel. Spinning baseline against Triplett. Adds another 2. For the game, we have a 24-point spread with Barber working on Magette. Brought it short. 1 of 5 from the field now for him. It just hasn't had the input I think Melbourne were hoping for since joining the team late. They're feeling like
the opening tip has been sensational.
At 16 against Melbourne round 10, had a game-high 23 against them on New Year's Day. He's hit 57 threes coming into this game, so that's now 61 threes on the season, knocking down better than 2 a game. He has been exceptional. Triplett stripped of it by Magette. Boy, he dances between 2 of them, now lost control under pressure. This has been a celebration, and so it should be. Regardless of what happens, this is a nice memory if it is to be the last game and Perth get the job done at home. But what a way to farewell the fans, if it is a farewell.
If you're a fan in there, you coming back for some more next season.
You bet.
For sure.
It's a celebration. The Tasmania JackJumpers have thrashed Melbourne United by 22 points, giving them their biggest loss of the season and restricting them to their lowest score. And 24 hours out from the playoffs being decided, Tasmania are in the 4.
The dream is still alive. They've done everything they could do up until this point. Controlling the controllables, seizing the moment. And that man right there wears his heart on his sleeve and has won the fans in that arena. Great effort, great job by the JackJumpers.
What a season. Whether they end up in or they end up out, what an incredible season it's been from Scott Roth and this brilliant expansion franchise down there in Tassie.
50-24 in the second half.
Wow.